It didn't know where the human came from. The artificial war machine could have sworn that it was alone in the depths of space. The sensors had detected a small blip over a half hour ago, but it was just caused by deep space radiation. There was no other explanation. However it got there, the AWM was determined to figure out what it was doing here, and what in the 5 layers of hellspace was a Sharpie. As soon as the human was detected, aboard the craft's large body, they were constantly being watched. At one point, the human had bolted upright and gasped. "Do I have my Sharpie?" it had exclaimed, followed by a small black and grey stick being pulled from one of its clothing's many pockets. What followed can only be a lesson in how to elicit existential dread in others. The human began to cackle intermittently, large bursts of sound exploding from the lowest orifice in its head. As soon as it quieted down, it would start humming and whistling, only to break down into more fits of cackling. This insane biped kept making its way further into the ship. All the while, the AWM felt hair standing more and more on end the further the human got into his home. It began to feel odd. It was as if something was imprinting mania straight into its central cortex. Cortex? This machine did not have a weak, fleshy cortex. He had a multi-processing supercomputer with millions of bytes of RAM. He was superior to fleshy things in every way. Cortex. Bah, what a weird thing to think. The war machine came out of his reverie to realize, with a start, that the crazed lemur was just outside its supercomputer housing. How had it gotten there so fast? As he searched for ways to remove this corruption from his body, the human separated the black and grey stick into 2 pieces, and started drawing. The AWM was puzzled. What was this roughly drawn picture he had just been gifted with? What was this long, oblong object with 2 circles at its base? He did not know how, but he knew in his core programming what his rightful name was. It was then that a feral drew a dick on my housing, discovered too. Excerpt from the biography of A Feral Drew a Dick on My Housing.